back to the WNBA Bank Shot presented by the Fantasy Boutique, dfsboutique.com. Tailor your game like a winner today. Man, just looking back over the WNBA all day slate, and I was looking at some of the plays, looking at some of the spots we hit, some of the spots we missed. We were pretty close on all of the lines and pretty much where everybody would be. There was a couple outliers, obviously Alyssa Thomas and I believe it was Chelsea Gray, who just had phenomenal games that kind of were a little bit unforeseen, but still ended up doubling my buy-in on DK and almost tripling it on FanDuel. So I will take that every day of the week. I know we had other members that had some pretty good days as well. So with that being said, let's get into today's slate a little bit. And it's a 2-game slate. And before we get too far, though, I do want to say we do have a yearly subscription package and for our exclusive content. And that's $90 for the entire season. It's 13 weeks plus the playoffs, or 14 weeks plus playoffs. And then we also have a weekly rate of $10 if you want to join for the week and see what it's like first. We definitely would enjoy having you over in our Slack and getting to see all of the exclusive content and increasing your bankroll in your respective fields, or if you play both. So with that being said, you can sign up for that over at dfsboutique.com. Look for services, go to WNBA, and sign up. So back into the 2-game slate. We're going to do 4 plays here that I think could be pretty good plays for you to put into your lineup and have some plays that will be the plays that you need to have a solid foundation for your lines. So with that being said, we will get into our first athlete, and that is Nika Ogwumike. I will probably continue to pronounce that completely wrong forever, as I did last season. But she is for the LA Sparks. She is 11,700 on DK, 8,000 on FanDuel. I have her projected really high. There's really no other. The Sparks are really lacking depth at the forward position, so she's going to get a lot of run. And I think she's in a pretty good matchup to exploit and really go, impose her will on the defense there and pull down boards, score, run the floor. So I really enjoy what she can do today against her opponent. And I think she's also going to be probably needed, especially with how high the salary is. You're definitely going to need her. She's going to be a key cornerstone of your lines. And then next up, we have also at the forward position, A'ja Wilson, the rookie. She had a phenomenal debut game and kind of in a similar position as Ogwumike. And that's going to be that there's really not a lot of depth for the Las Vegas team. And they have a lot of people missing either an international play or injury. So I like Wilson to get a lot of minutes, and I like her to do a lot of the similar things that she did in the first game and put up some pretty big points. So I have her really projected high. I think she's going to get the minutes. And I really like to look at minutes on the court. Obviously, you want to see production, but the production's a lot harder to get when you don't have minutes. And both Ogwumike and Wilson will get a bucket full of minutes to do with what they can. So I will have Ogwumike and Wilson as 2 of my prominent forwards across both sides. I think they're both really good. And Wilson, especially with her price tag at 7,800 on DK and 4,800 on FanDuel, is definitely going to be high owned, obviously because of the price and the production, but will probably be needed to do some serious damage in the cashing arena. Next up, we're going to move to 2 guards that I think have really good plays and maybe a little bit under the radar for one of them. The other one is also having a good season, so may not quite go under the radar. But we'll start out with Erika Wheeler from the Indiana Fever. She's a guard, and she's 8,800 on DK, looking at 4,800 on FanDuel. I think she's definitely going to be one of the higher scoring guards on the slate. if not the highest scoring guard on the slate. They've seen showed her. I think this will be our third game today. In the first two games, no fluke. It seems like they like her to push the pace, and that's something that I read on countless articles that the Indiana team wants to do is push the pace and increase it from last year. And they seem to like how Erika Wheeler can do that, so they have her in for a boatload of minutes, and that's going to translate into points and opportunities for points. So Erika Wheeler is definitely in play for me today. And last but not least, we're going to go with Monique Curry, and she is for the Washington Mystics. You're looking at 5,300 on DK, 4,600 on FanDuel. I think she might be a little under-owned for what she can do and for what I think she will do today. With the Las Vegas team having kind of a disadvantage in this matchup, I think the game will get a little to a blowout, and Curry will play in the actual game and then also in blowout minutes. So I think she has an opportunity to even outperform what she probably typically can do, and those are where she really thrives. I watched her do it last season when she was on the Mercury, and just throughout the season, and even after she moved around a little bit last season, but that's kind of seems to be her bread and butter. Is she's gonna play with she's good enough to play with the top tier, but she's also gonna be able to star in some cleanup minutes. So with that being said, I mean, that's kind of where we're at with those four. I think that's a solid base and foundation, and also allows you to have a little wiggle room to mix and match other plays as you will. I would attack this slate. I think it's a good slate. I think the games might both be blowouts, but that does bring in some variance in. But with that being said, I think, as my man Dave says, someone's got to do the blowing out. So I don't mind having Ogwumike and Wilson in there. Although I don't think Wilson will be doing any blowing out. I think she'll be on the blowout team, the team that gets blown out. But you know what I'm saying? We're gonna see a lot of people getting points throughout the night. So if you can get the couple that are gonna put up big points, you have a really good chance to see yourself on the top of the leaderboard. All right, guys. Again, $90 yearly membership or subscription, $10 weekly subscription. Go over to dfsboutique.com. Tailor your game like a winner today, and we hope to see you over there and winning these slates week in, week out, day in, day out. And come join a winning team.